Morning everybody, it's me JB, happy Monday, welcome to the start of the week. Tried to do this a couple of times last night, but I was just like knackered and it just didn't feel right. So anyway, I'm buzzing this morning, got a few days off, we're back, we're going Christmas shopping tomorrow, going to get the Christmas decorations up. Anyway, enough about me, this is share something useful. And I've been thinking, as I always am, an awful lot about regrets. Now, when I was younger, I had this theory that if you was reasonably intelligent, that was almost like an insurance policy, never to get things wrong. I thought I could always work things out, I could forecast, I could anticipate, I could see what was coming, I was tuned into what was about to happen, and I got this superb judgment. This turned out to be total bollocks. You see, what I've learned the hard way since is that actually anything that's any information that a person tends to have, or any really good advice, tends to come from getting it wrong, which I've mentioned before, and tends to come from experience. There's no substitute for experience. And living completely without regret for me is impossible, and I'm sure that other people can relate to this. We've all cocked things up, got things wrong. What got me thinking about this is this weekend I was in London with my daughter Macy May, and we had a fantastic time. But I can't help but reflect on this time 4 years ago when I was I wouldn't know probably about it. I was going through the very worst time of my life. I was dying. I wasn't able to see my kids. I was just losing everything, including my sanity, and it was horrible. And this is always a bit of a funny time of year for me, so I always get flashbacks to that time. But I was thinking about how things are today, and I had a real problem with regrets, and regretting not always being there for my kids, not being a fantastic father, not being a fantastic son, or brother, or partner, or colleague or friend. I've got a lot of regrets from a time in my life where I wasn't just wasn't great at being a good human being. And I'm not an expert on handling regrets, but as ever, I surround myself with people who are pretty good at various aspects of living your life. And I've got a friend who's helped me deal with regrets, and his take on it was that providing you've apologised, providing that you've committed to being a better person than you were when you made the mistake, and continuing to do the right things, to be a good dad, to be nice to the people around you, to be a caring person, and particularly where your kids are concerned, make sure that you make up for the lost time by filling it with lots and lots of positive times and great experiences. And it all sounds, again, simple stuff, but I think the reason I wanted to share this is I do know people that struggle with the regrets of things that they've done in the past. And if you keep repeating the same mistakes, and obviously, that needs looking at, but if you feel bad, that makes you human. You're not a psychopath, and you've got real emotions, and I think that a lot of the mistakes that we make in life are absolutely critical for us to learn and get better. People don't get things right all the time. I don't know anybody in my life that's got things right all the time. How would you know? How would you know right and wrong if you haven't cocked a few things up? And I'm seeing this now in my own kids. But anyway, I'm really grateful for the time I had with Macy this weekend, and I'm really grateful for the friends that I've got around me. I try not to live with regret today. I just try to make good for wrongdoing, etc. So that's my 2 penneth worth for the start of the week. I hope everyone has a fantastic week. I really do. And no doubt after a couple of strong coffees, sometime midweek, I'll get some more inspiration. There'll be something else I want to share. I'll touch base with you then. But in the meantime, au revoir.